Let's
Yeah.
go. Fire away.
Yeah.
No, 2 questions.
What do you think? Obviously, tough there up until half time. You got on top.
Yeah, I think it was a tough game all round. You know, you just got to have a look at the just both change rooms to see the bumps and bruises. You know, it was a very solid affair. Obviously, you know, wasn't a purest attacking game and probably a purest defensive game either. But you know, it was certainly a tough game.
A couple of standouts today, scoring a hat-trick.
Yeah, he played well. And, you know, he over in the World Cup, he got injured after 10 minutes when we played Fiji and we lost him for the whole game. So, you know, he certainly played really well tonight. He took his opportunity, as did a few. You know, Chris Minu played pretty well too. Really mature.
Carlos when he came on.
Played well, yeah. So, you know, I think a lot of guys took their opportunities. You know, and as I said, it was obviously a pretty tough game.
How big is it to make the Four Nations?
Oh, it's massive. You know, it's a massive privilege, but it's massive for rugby league. You know, in Samoa. You know, I think. You know, to get government funding and sponsorship now, I think it can really set the league up on the island there for the next, you know, 5 or 6 years. And the thing about it is, you know, there's about 38% of rugby league players in the NRL are all Polynesian. So, you know, I think we do definitely need to do, you know, promote the game through the Pacific, and particularly in countries like Samoa, Fiji, and Tonga, because you know that's where a lot of the players are coming from.
Mate, how disappointing was the way you went out in the World Cup, and how good was it to make amends for that?
Yeah. The thing about the World Cup is, again, Fiji played really well when they beat us, but I was pretty disappointed in their performance. And I think, you know, we were a bit tired after coming back from France. We played really well over there. But again, I don't want to take anything away from Fiji. They played really well. You know, and tonight, you know, we didn't get too many breaks in that game. Obviously, we lost, Panani early in the first half, and then we lost BJ before half time. But tonight, you know, the breaks went our way. They lost Aaron Graham, who was probably a pretty important player for them, just before half time, and you know, things went our way. But again, you know, the only people they put on the park in front of you, and to keep them nil in the second half is a great effort, particularly in the Test match. You know, and as I said, really happy for the older guys. You know, you got Dave Longo there. You know, he's been a great warrior and a great player for many clubs here. You know, and he's just as passionate. You know, guys like Winnie Matua, but then you got the younger brigade. You know, Young from Melbourne, and you know, Panani there. You know, Carlos Tunavave. All certainly, you know, so it was really good.
How did you see the send-off?
Well, to be honest, I haven't seen it. I didn't think. When you look at Sammy's head, he's pretty battered at the moment, so I don't know. Someone got him good first, but yeah, I haven't really had a good look at it. So that's a good.
How pleased are you for Panani, given the dramas of what happened in the World Cup and how tough it was for him?
But he's really lost his mum, and then he broke his elbow, dislocated his elbow, to have surgery. So you know, I think it's really good. You know, he's been struggling with his club at the moment, playing New South Wales Cup. You know, and for him to come out tonight and play really well was good. You know, and even a young guy like Peter Mata'utai, you know, he's come out and took his chances, which is great. And that's what these games are about, giving players opportunities to stand up and be counted. And I think that, you know, those two in particular really stood up and be counted.
How many of these blokes do you reckon you'll be able to take through it all the time?
See, as I said, I mean, it's up to them now. They need to keep playing well for their clubs. But I'm pretty sure there'll be a lot of players putting their hand up. But the disappointing thing about today, this weekend's games, is, you know, you talk to players that want to play for their country, you know, and this, you know, despite what, you know, people think, it was a test match, you know what I mean? Obviously it was an emerging nation test match, it was still a test match. Players want to play, you know, the disappointing thing is the clubs don't support it, you know, and I think the NRL, you know, to make this game, you know, whether it's worthwhile, they either play at the end of the year and get everyone to support it, or they don't, you know, because again, you only got to see by the the crowd and the atmosphere here, particularly after the game, and what it means to people.
Thanks, mate.